guys almost ready?
Almost, huh?
Well, hurry up, or else this princess is going to leave for another castle. Hogwarts castle. I'm no Mario expert, but isn't Luigi a little more green?
Wah!
Walter, what are you doing?
Wah!
Duplicate. Stay away from me!
Wah, wah, wah!
Ah!
Hurry up already, huh?
When I suggested Mario May, I didn't mean dress up like the Mario Brothers.
Oh, come on, Heather. What's wrong with getting in touch with our Italian roots?
That is wrong on so many levels.
Hold on a second. Something's missing. There we go. Now where's Aiyanna?
My name is Walter Benesiak. For months, I was trapped in the evil Dino Rob's Dino Dimension, a place where I was duplicated dozens of times. Eventually, I managed to escape, but now, Dino Rob is sending his army to take me back. With the help of my friends, we fight them off and hope to ultimately take down this deranged dinosaur. The more we count down, the weaker he gets. This is Top 5. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is perhaps the most well-known video game to film adaptation failure ever. It's at least the most legendary.
Released in 1993, this movie starred Bob Hoskins as Mario, John Leguizamo as Luigi, and Dennis Hopper as King Koopa. While it had the Mario Bros. Name attached to it, the film itself was almost unrecognizable when compared to the premise of the video games out at the time. It was a box office bomb and didn't even gross half its budget in theaters.
While they failed to faithfully translate the video games to the big screen, there was a lot of work done on this movie, particularly in the set design. The look of King Koopa's alternate dimension wasn't anything like the Mushroom Kingdom we knew and loved, but it's at least interesting to look at.
With the 25th anniversary of this film's release coming up at the end of the month and a new animated Mario movie being recently announced, now is a great time to look at the mistakes of the past. Hopefully, a better future for this franchise is right around the corner.
These are the top 5 worst Super Mario Bros. Movie moments. Number 5.
What? Don't say anything. What? Hi, Mario!
This is just one example of how the characters in this movie are
stupid.
After learning of his girlfriend's abduction, who by the way is totally not Princess Peach, Mario finally makes it where she and the other missing New York women are being held. He sneaks in, gets his girlfriend's attention, and is compromised by this dummy. It may seem like a small thing, but it's indicative of bigger problems in this movie. Its lack of smarter characters and lazy way of getting out of difficult situations speaks to how light on story and character this film really was. Another example of this is when Luigi makes all the Goombas dance in the elevator. It's like they wrote themselves into a hole and just came up with something dumb to get out of it to keep the film moving. But this is just blatant in how not clever it is. Wouldn't it have been more fun if Mario had to come up with a smart way to get the girls out of there and defeat the Goomba guard? He could have at least jumped on his head or something. You know, like the game.
Number 4.
Do you know what I love about mud? It's clean and it's dirty at the same time.
So, what were they going for in this scene exactly? It was pretty much a universal disappointment that King Koopa was just a regular human in this movie. Dennis Hopper was a legendary actor, and while he was a part of other stinkers in his career, seeing him have to say lines like
Plumbers.
Plumber alert.
Larry Lazard of Lazard, Conda, Dactyl, and Cohen
is still strange to this day. He tried to make the character your typical slimy bad guy and added germophobia to his list of shortcomings, but there was also a touch of something else. That something else is on full display in this weird mud bathing scene. I think my favorite part is his odd delivery at the end.
The princess. The princess.
Where the heck is Aiyanna? This is supposed to be her spot.
Maybe she ran away because you made her dress up like a fungus queen.
Whatever. Number 3.
Luigi, Mario!
Daisy!
You gotta come with me, I need your help.
What's wrong?
You're never gonna believe this.
Whether this was meant to be a joke or not, having this little tease at the end of the movie was laughable. It was almost as funny as them trying to shoehorn the Super Mario Bros. Name in there.
I'd call them the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yes, it is.
So a battle-torn Daisy comes back in asking for Mario and Luigi's help. What was the sequel supposed to be about? The plumbers fighting evil carpenters who turn out to be the Hammer Bros? This is an infamous scene that goes along with other movies that set up a sequel and never got one. There's an after-credits scene too, solidifying the pre-Marvel double T's.
The Super Koopa cousins.
Number 2.
Hey guys. Cheer up. Things will get worse. Ain't got no water anywhere. Food's bad. So's the air. Got no resources.
Oh, look everyone, it's Toad. Can't you tell? At this point in the story, the Mario Bros are down and out. They just had Daisy's meteorite piece stolen from them, are trapped in a Blade Runner world covered in fungus, and then they run into walking exposition. I know Toad explains things in the games, but even that's more subtle than this. Mario and Luigi look like they just realized they've entered hell. I guess they're not too far off.
You can go ahead and choke this little mushroom kingdom all you want.
Close enough.
And the number 1 worst Super Mario Bros. Movie moment is...
Well, according to history, a long time ago, big meteorite came and blasted our universes into parallel dimensions. Yeah. You know what else I think? You know all that fungus out there? That's our old king. It's true, and he's been de-evolved.
That's right, the plot of this movie is its worst moment. This is a re-explanation of the opening monologue, but it's much worse because Toad is saying it. But hey, great hand motions, buddy. You'd think that they'd at least try and hide the fact that they're directly reminding the audience what's going on, but no, Mr. Swirly Skull is basically reading off the back of the DVD.
According to history, a long time ago, big meteorite came and blasted our universes into parallel dimensions. You know all that fungus out there? That's our old king. That's right, he's been de-evolved into fungus, and now he's wreaking his revenge on the city.
1993, 104 minutes, directed by Rocky Morton and Annabel Jankel.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie is still pretty terrible all these years later, but like a lot of you, we grew up watching it. So while it sucks the top off a mushroom, it's still, and will likely always be, the only live-action Mario movie. Now TV, that's a whole other story.
This week on my personal channel, you can catch me reminiscing about my earliest Mario memories and how I grew to love him and his brother.
Alright, now I'm starting to get a little worried. Aiyanna would not miss a whole episode like this.
Well, I know one man who can help us. Hey Jim, have you seen Aiyanna?
Yeah, one of your clone things took her about an hour ago.
What? And you didn't stop him?
Look, I'm not responsible for looking after you 3 every time you feel like playing dress up. And I've got more important things to focus on than saving you from Rob every week. Now if you'll excuse me, I have some very important work to do.
Are you sure about this?
If it really was one of my duplicates, there's only one place it would have taken her.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
She's in the Dino Dimension. We have to go in and get her back.
I thought you said you'd never go in there again.
Oh, definitely don't want to, but what choice do we have?
Alright. Let's do this.